Everywhere on the walls, a shelf or something like this has fallen down with these unused pieces of pottery around it. So what you're looking at is the actual destruction, debris of the last Mycenaean palace of Iolkos in the position where it fell 3,000 more years ago. It's staggering, isn't it?
So the key question, could this be the palace Jason knew?
Is this the place that the poetic tradition is remembering?
Ένας αρχαιολόγος θα σας πει ότι εδώ είναι ο Ιάσονας ή ο Πελίας μόνο αν έχει γραπτά.
But despite such a wonderful find, when dealing with myths, historians always have to be cautious.
Είναι πολύ πιθανό να συμβαίνει.
Dr. Sisman is saying, of course, as a professional archaeologist, I can't say this is the palace of Jason until I actually find his name inscribed here. But what I can say is that this was the great centre of Mycenaean power at this time.
So the tale has a place and a time. In the late Bronze Age, around 1400 BC, Iolkos was the northernmost Greek kingdom, a seafaring place since prehistory. If there ever was such an adventure, it surely began here. But to go to the end of the earth, you need a boat. And not just any boat.
This is going to be a 50-oared Mycenaean boat, reconstruction of the Argo, made from wood from Mount Pelion.
Its name, Argo, means swift. The Greeks say it was the first boat to have a name and a personality.
So why are you putting water on the wood?
Because we have to keep it dry, to keep it wet, to take the right shape.
Oh, so it enables you to bend the wood. Oh, right, yeah. Just look at it. Great pieces of tree just bent. Like. And this technique of just taking like 3 great big pieces of a tree and putting them together. This is an ancient technique. Yes. It's absolutely mind-blowing, isn't it? It's so kind of primitive. You put 3 trees together, you sail it to the Black Sea. So do you think something like this could sail to? You could sail it to the Black Sea, to the Pontus?
Yes, of course, to the Pontus. It's very strong.
When they build the Argo, they put a piece of wood in from Dodona. You know the magic wood. Which is it?
The magic wood is this. The wood which speaks.
Yeah.
Yes. This is oak. The magic oak from Dodona.
This is the magic oak from Dodona.
All Jason needed now was a crew, but not just any crew. He didn't wander the waterfront of Volos looking for deckhands. The legend as it's come down to us is a roll call of every great name from the Age of Heroes. The most famous crew that ever was.
This is the monument to the Argo and its crew, and here's the crew. All the most famous heroes in Greece. Hercules, Heracles, Orpheus, Castor, they're all here. Polydevkis, Theseus. They're like the Magnificent Seven. Everyone has their great talent or quality. And down here, Atalante, the great runner, girl, the only female member of the crew.
The legend says that Jason sailed from Greece to Kolkis, today's Georgia. But the way the earliest poets saw it, the Black Sea was part of the great ocean which circled the earth. It was literally a voyage to the edge of the world. At the start of the journey, Jason is young, inexperienced in the ways of men, and as Mount Pelion fades into the distance, he bursts into tears.
Something strangely unheroic about Jason. All the things that happened to him almost happened by chance. You think of the other great Greek heroes. I mean, Achilles, his great quality is killing people without thinking. Odysseus, wiliness and cunning. He's always 2 steps ahead of everybody else. They're the kind of models by which young men should live their lives by and define themselves as men. Jason's different.
Jason's not macho, he's not a killer, and he's receptive to the power of women. In fact, Jason's relations with women will be his fate. As with other great heroes in the world's myths, Gilgamesh, King Arthur, even James Bond, he achieves his quest only with the help of a divine woman. And so the journey, as some ancient writers understood it, was also an inward voyage, a tale of initiation. And Jason's first test was on the island of Lemnos.
As they approached the island, the Argonauts realized with alarm that a host of warriors had come out to meet them. To their surprise, though, they soon discovered that the warriors were women. Their queen, Hypsipyle, was the first to speak, blushing in a most unwarlike fashion. "Stranger," she said to Jason, "do not be afraid. We are unprotected. We have lost all our men." And she told Jason how the women of Lemnos had been cursed by the goddess of love, and how, as a result, all their men had abandoned them for other women and left the island. "So," she continued, "we invite you all to stay here with us, and if the prospect pleases you, to come to our beds."
Of course, it sounds like another fairy story, but the tale of the Lemnian women was already well known to Homer in the 8th century BC. The place where it happened, Bronze Age Lemnos, was the earliest town in Europe, and strangely enough, it imported metals from the Black Sea coast on the way to Colchis, the land of the Golden Fleece.
Astonishing to think that Polyocny was founded in the 5th millennium BC. That's before the pyramids, before Stonehenge. It was the most advanced Neolithic culture in the Aegean Sea, and in a volcanic island it was a metalworking place. Homer calls it smoke-shrouded Lemnos, and it lasts all the way through to the Trojan War. So this was the Lemnos of the Greek myths. This was the town that the Argonauts came to in the story, and the place where the Lemnian women received them.
But the Lemnian women, don't forget, had been cursed by the goddess of love. She'd given them a stink so foul that they repelled all men. Now, where did that weird tale come from? Well, the women in Bronze Age Lemnos were skilled in dyeing cloth. They used a dye made from the glands of a sea snail mixed with human urine. It produces the richest colour and the worst stink on earth. A clue to a Bronze Age reality behind the tale? By making love to the women, the Argonauts broke the curse.
You are all the children of the Argonauts.